Yes, we are live. Yes. Hello. We are going to be taking a look at a bit of a classic macro beer, Kronenbourg 1664. Harry Meadows over at Bluenose Beer Reviews.
Or strangely, the beer guy, as my old channel name, comes up on this. I don't know why. I need to sort it out.
Okay.
Yeah. How much did yours cost?
I paid 79p for mine.
Right, lucky bastard. Mine was £1.29 for one, or you can get £3. And I was like, you know what? I could get a 4-pack, but it's going to be taking up fridge space, which I don't really want it to be doing. Because it's got so much of the stuff in there.
Yeah, I think it was fine for the bottle, but
okay.
I can remember you when we were messaging. You were saying you were going to buy a can of it or a 4-pack can. So I just picked a can up and no great shakes there.
Yeah, I just basically got all I could. I went to my local office and they only had the cans of it, so I thought that'd be perfect.
5% ABV. Are they owned by Carlsberg now?
I can have a little look and check. They may well be.
I think they are now. Yeah.
Magic that is right there. Find out if the internet wants to do anything. Yeah, it's owned by Carlsberg.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a brilliant score as well, of course.
What is it? Is it under 10 or?
It's under 10. It's a 7 for overall and 72 for style. Oh, God, I love it.
Mate, it's not.
I don't think mine's got much English on it.
Actually.
Yeah. No, I used to have this a lot. When my old local, which has since shut down, I used to have 2 pints mild and then go on to this afterwards. And but that's we're talking 2-3 years since I last had one. Since then, I think my palates have changed because I know what it's going to be like, and I used to love this sort of beer, like the flavours of it, which we'll go into when we crack it open. But I think my palate has since sort of changed, and then we'll see, I guess.
Yeah. I've had 10 years since I've had it.
Oh, geez.
I know it was very, very popular back then.
Mm-hmm.
It's popular. It says on the can, France is #1 imported.
Yeah.
You're going to say that on.
Yeah.
I don't know how popular it is in the UK now. Along the likes of Carling and Foster's and all that. I don't know.
I think. You don't really see it in spoons anymore, do you? I haven't seen it in the spoons because I spend a lot of my life in spoons. But I haven't seen it in a Wetherspoons for a while.
I can't recall seeing it. The spoons that we've got on tap. I think the only thing comparable to it around my way is Amstel. They seem to have that on tap now.
Okay.
Which I haven't tried.
Yeah, there's a spoons I go into when I do my draying in the morning on a Tuesday or Thursday. I go into the spoons for breakfast, and I tend to see there that they've got. The thing is, I swear Wetherspoons has some sort of deal with Carlsberg, so. If you buy a pint of Carlsberg, it'll be cheaper in a Wetherspoons than it will be in it's either Carlsberg or Carling. I can't remember what it is. But if it was Carlsberg, then surely they'd be getting this as well under the in a deal. But obviously they're not, so they must not be pushing it as much.
Yeah, that Carlsberg thing that you were on about there, that falls into the pint for £4 or whatever it is. And that's on offering, isn't it? A pint of coffee.
Yeah, that must be it. Yeah. Because they've got like separate prices, like £3.25 for most pints, but then it's like £2.35 or something for like a Carlsberg or something.
Yeah.
And then it comes in with meals and everything like that.
They've still got that devil's backbone on tap as well. That seems to be hanging around for quite a while. That does.
I've seen a few places have it, not the one I use for breakfast, but they've got it in bottles now instead. But they haven't had it for a while. I see a lot of places around me seem to go for, they have Dakota from Saddlers, and then they also have Eaton Rifles something. Can't remember who that's by. And then there's another one. What is it now? Kashmir from Salopian, and it's even though they've got all of the macro ones, there seems to be so much more craft coming on.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing as many of the different lagers.
I mean, fair play to them for doing it. I mean, it is nice to see it, and the variations from another is completely different. I've noticed that as well. Having some regional stuff on tap, you know, it's good to see. It is very good to see. Really, because if I'm mild, they're on the venture out and have a Guinness, but it's all, you know, this sort of beer.
Yeah.
You know, if I do go out, which is very rarely, to be honest, I drink more in than I do go out. But living all the time, or you're drinking that American shit, are you? You know.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah.
They're not prepared to try it though. That's what sort of say. Well, here, have a taste. They're not interested. They don't want to know. The smell straight away. Oh, yeah, it smells horrible. They're not interested.
I've not even got flavour to it.
That's it. Yeah. There's now queer than folk, is there?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so to hunt around the can for any further info. Just says 5%, and yeah, La Première Bière Française. Okay. I think fair enough. There's not many other beers that come out front. So you've got Meteor Pils is the only one. You can't get that very easily over here. There's like nothing else I can think of French beers.
You're starting to go sort of real bottom of the barrel stuff, aren't you? Like the little dumpy continental lager packs that you get in Tesco. You know, like 10 bottles for £2 or something stupid.
Yeah. They're not bad. I used to buy them quite a lot at uni for like parties and stuff like that. But I think even now they did stuff like that. So yeah, they're not fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any more info on there that we can sort of go over.
Yeah, my best before is March 2018.
You say March 18?
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Must come over in the same pack. I'll crack open. I'm doing this nervously. No, that's all right. Oh, things about memories. It's a lively one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got a fair bit left in the can, but it is lively and all.
Couldn't get it all in.
Yeah. It's like it's like a nice sort of golden colour.
Yeah.
Big.
The carbonation's nice and steady in mine.
Yeah, it's
real slow prickles. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a big 4-finger white coloured head. It looks decent, to be honest.
Yeah, spacious, big spacious. Like 2 and a bit finger head on mine.
Oh, okay.
Compact to anything. It's quite sort of loose. Yeah. Yeah, as you'd expect from this sort of thing, I suppose. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. It's surprisingly
I mean, it doesn't smell offensive, does it?
No, I'm surprised with it. As I say, it's been a fair while since I last had one, and the last time I had one would have been on draft. It's like surprisingly banana-y. It's, you know, lightly wheaty.
I've got like the sort of, I don't know, a mazy sort of to it.
Yeah. A little bit of a sweetness in it.
Yeah, it smells a faint citrus sort of tones to it.
Yeah.
It just smells like, I suppose, what you'd expect.
Yeah, I mean, this is something I was talking about earlier when I did a review of Stella Artois the other day, and there's a real sort of difference across the board between, like, I'm sure you know, so like English and European lagers. There's like European ones go, you know, far sweeter than our local ones do that we get hold of. And this one's like you know, you can have the super sweet, or you can have like the bready biscuity. And I found that Stella was like right in the middle of the two, not too sweet, not too bready. And this, I always refer to this as being like a lovely bready one, not as bready as like Beck's or something like that. But in terms of the aroma, it is quite bready, but there is a little bit of sweetness as well.
I think that's what I like about, and you're probably, because like yourselves with a lot of Eastern European beers of this sort of. That I enjoy them because they give that honey sweetness to it almost, you know.
Yeah.
In the beer. It's a nice sweetness to it.
Yeah, I love the sweetness, and it's, at the end of the day, it's refreshing, but it's the lovely sort of like sweetness, putting sugars back in your body almost. But yeah, I love those sort of like sweeter ones. So the head tension is okay, but it looks a little bit like wispy in places, which is never a fantastic sign.
Yeah, mine's I've just managed to pour all mine into there now.
I'll have a go.
Half a finger.
Yeah, I think that should be it. So all into me as well now.
The combination, I was expecting it to be a bit more aggressive than this.
Yeah.
Really going on with it.
I've got like a Apollo style soft serve going on the top. Kronenbourg soft serve. That'll be the day. Right, take a dive into it.
Yeah, cheers. Voila.
Oh, surprisingly nice. That's surprisingly nice. Yeah, it's got a nice little sweetness in it again.
I'm sort of pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, yeah. It's been some time.
I've got a touch of that white breadiness in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of sweetness going along with it.
Mm.
Mm. I've definitely had all of this.
Oh God, yeah. It's like bready, a little bit biscuity, but then there's still that sort of light honey sweetness coming through. a little faint touch of like some citrusy, lemony-ness going on. Maybe a faint touch of grapefruit. Very, very faint.
Yeah.
They're still quite nice and wheaty all the way through, like giving us like banana-y taste. I quite like that.
It's for a lager, it's quite smooth as well, isn't it? It's not burping a bit. It's not aggressive.
You see, yeah, it's not too aggressive at all. It's giving you a little bit of the burps, but it's not, it's not vigorous carbonation. It's not in your face or anything. And it's most importantly about it. I've done quite a few lager reviews recently, and I found them to be all quite minerally in terms of they're thin. And this is far from it. It's almost viscous, if anything. It's that sort of sweetness gives you a lot of body.
Soft on the palate.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's nice. It's a macro lager that's nice.
I'm not going to knock it for 70 pence.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's all right actually. For me, and for you, an after work job, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's perfect for it. It's nice and refreshing, and whenever I do like a review or something, this is what I tend to miss. Like a lot of reviews I do, I get all stressed about doing the review, and if I see a new beer, I think, I have to do a review of that. It's nice to know something that's cheap and affordable, and you can grab it easily, and then you can just have one without reviewing it. It's the sort of the problem you have with reviewing beers, I suppose.
Always these sort of beers, I've never sort of like drifted towards them, but well, I mean, seeing other people review these sort of beers. I mean, you did a hangout the other night, didn't you, with Jay?
Yeah.
At times I've walked past that beer in the shop and just not even give it a second thought. This is one of them sort of beers again where you walk past it time after time and you think, not interested. But then when you do have it, like now in this situation, I'm not saying I'm going to be buying it on a daily basis or anything silly like that, but sort of you step back a bit and think, hang on a minute, it's not as bad as the picture that I painted of it when you see it on the supermarket shelves. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like not one of those beers you'd go out and seek to buy by the masses. It's something that would just be like you'd have now and again. It's like a steady, solid brew that you'd have every now and again, like as we're saying, like after work sort of beer. I'm enjoying it. It's really nice. I think we all sort of need those beers you can have now and again.
Yeah. If it's good enough for Eric, it's good enough for me and you, I think.
Yeah.
He gets paid a shitload. He'll be drinking it.
I wish I bought a 4-pack now.
I could have got some more for that price, but I and got it when I got some more beers for you, because I've been getting a few beers for you.
Yeah.
When I've been going down the town, and I just saw it in that shop. I was getting you a few beers, and I thought, doing a review of it, I'll get it for 69p.
Yeah.
And I think my local shop up the road, he's got it in bottles, and I think they're about £1.80, which I suppose is the going rate. But then when you see it down the town for 69p, then you think, well, no, it's all right.
Yeah, yeah. Because there's some places I deliver to when we're delivering Brum. There's I took you there, like Cherry Reds. There's a shop next door to it, and they sell stuff for like bargain prices. And when I'm doing it on a trader, I always drop into it and get my lunch. And I always think I should come in here and just like buy a box load of beer at nothing prices. It's going to be awful beer. It's going to be like, you know, brands you've never even heard of bad. But it would just be interesting to review. And I should do that more often. But yeah, you know, you walk past these beers so many times, and then you know, as soon as you actually do the review of it, you're like, why did I walk past it all the time?
Yeah, true, very true. Watching your reviews in the past of all these Eastern European beers that got me into it, and I was sort of thinking, well, I've got plenty of Eastern European shops in my town. Why not? I was like surprised to see the vast array of beers that I'd never heard of before, and you just get pulled into it, don't you? You know, you see a new can of beer. Well, I've got to review it. All right, it's a lager again.
Yeah. What a surprise! Yeah.
That doesn't matter. It's just it's a new beer. I haven't tried it, and I want to try it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
There's like different people go about doing their reviews in different ways, I suppose. Like some like to focus on, you know, uber craft stuff, and then some people like to focus on the real dregs, and then some people like to just do everything. And I think that's like you and me. There's a couple of us around. I got it from Stuart a lot, doing all these Eastern European beers. He used to say, just go. When I first asked him about where to get decent beers from, he goes, "Oh, just head up to farm shops." I was like, Stuart, at the time, I lived in Nottingham city centre, and my local shops were like Eastern European shops. Didn't have a car at the time, and it was just impossible to find decent beer. So we used to head around all the Eastern European shops. As a result, I started getting loads of foreign stuff, and then I just started getting really interested in getting foreign crap, and you know, really enjoying a lot of it. But it's odd how they always go for lagers. They always choose lagers.
Yeah. It's like, you know, I mean, I'm guilty of prior to turning the camera on and doing reviews. You know, the amount of times that I've gone to Spain, the Canary Islands, and just drunk Miguel and not thought anything about it. But then when you start doing this, them sort of beers, they don't stop, but you're a bit more aware of it, and you don't just drink them for the sake of it. Like,
yes,
you're a bit more sort of or anything like that. But you just sort of, you know, you're not getting the best beer in the world, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I knew that when I was out in Bulgaria last year. Like, I think there was one place I managed to find had some Thornbridge beers. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to come here because I know they get foreign English beers. Why don't I go somewhere which has got local Bulgarian crappy beers? I much prefer to go and get something I'm not going to see at home.
Yeah.
And as a result, I found some absolute gems of beers. Like Stolichnoye, they did a Weiss and they did a Doppelbock as well. Having a Doppelbock, which was I think it was like 7%, so it's kind of pushing whether it's actually a Doppelbock or not. But having that in like a Bulgarian sun, it was not the best idea. But it was having pints and pints of it and loving it. But you are still, yeah, absolutely, yeah, it's a nice ambience as well.
Yeah. That's just I think the fun of it, and not sort of down too much with regards to and whether it's craft or not, and just you know, it's a free house to anything basically.
Yeah, just not getting too
by anything. You know, that's just the beauty of reviewing beers. It's become sort of not an addiction or anything like that, but it's just a really good hobby.
Yeah, yeah. I'll try anything, even if it's not beer, like even cider or mead and stuff like that. And yeah, no, I love my beer really. It's what's got me a job in beer at the end of the day. I'm 4 years at university doing architectural technology. 2 years into it, I discovered 1 year into it, I discovered beer. 2 years into it, I kind of decided I don't want to do this. I want to become a brewer. And yeah, well, that's I guess what happened.
Yeah. It's a passion, isn't it? You've got to sort of see it through.
Beer's just become my life.
Yeah, it is a fun thing though. I've had quite a few hobbies in the past, and we sort of it's almost like a 5-minute wonder. From when you were a kid, and you having the bloody hardcore ciders. You've always got that link and that connection with beer, cider, and you just bring it with you through your life, don't you? And are quite happy to just drink macro beer and that's it. And then other people want to sort of experiment a bit more and dabble with beers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like now I find it odd that people have this, they'll have a one beer. I find it amazing. I love the fact that people do it. But like they have this one beer. I met a guy the other day who'd only had 4 beers in his life. And he was like, mid-50s, and he only ever had 4 beers before. And I was like, what beers he had? He had Carling, Carlsberg, Stella, and Holsten Pils. He'd never tried anything else. And it's just, that's what he knew. And he didn't want to stray too far from anything he knew. Like, I was offering him something a little bit crazy without doing a little bottle share. And I had some Canty on there, and I thought, this will be a stretch for it. This would be like way too far.
That's pushing it. That is.
I just got him a lager. So. But
my old man was the same though. Banks's. That's all he'd have.
Oh, yeah.
Banks's beer. He went absolutely apeshit when Bass just disappeared from the pubs.
Yeah.
He went fucking ballistic.
Yeah.
Me onto that because I mean, when I lived in Stafford, growing up in Stafford, had Bass on tap, and back then, I mean, this is early 90s. It was a good pint,
Yeah.
So, guilty of having that beer and my dad having a bit of allegiance to it, and then when it sort of went, arms over it, what's what they doing with that, it's. Obviously, I mean, not anymore. It's just very disappointing now.
But my dad used to drink Bass all the time because there's a pub just up the road between ourselves and Aldridge, and that's what he used to drink Bass all the time. And as soon as it dropped off, he was like, "What do I drink now?" So for a couple of years, it was something like Spitfire, whatever we could get hold of. And then Spitfire started filling around with their bottles, and then it went to clear bottles, and he just no longer got it. And then he switched on to Doom Bar, and that's what he'd have now. But he's not been too much, but if he's down the pub or something, that's what he'd have. That or Green King IPA, or now have my beer. There's only one pub around us that actually stocks my beer. So
Gold Star.
He has either gold, blonde, or pure. Literally whatever's going, he'll have. But he loves our North Star. That's his favourite. But that only comes out around sort of winter time.
Yeah. I don't know if you have you heard of Ansell's?
I saw a pub the other day. I've never had an Ansell's. I saw a pub on my Dre Day on Wednesday. The Ivy Bush on the Hagley Road. They do Ansell's mild. And I thought, I've got to drop in here. £2.40 for a pint of it. I thought, I've got to drop in here. I might drop in next week and have a try of it just to see what it's like. It was a god-awful pub, but I'd love to try it.
Yeah, Ansell's, yeah. And I used to drink a lot of Ansell's Best Bitter. Stoke, Stafford, Cannock, sort of
Yeah.
area. That was pretty rife. But you don't see much of that anymore now. I don't know if it's what it's like in the potteries, but
I don't know if Ansell's. I don't even know how that beer is brewed anymore, because Ansell's don't have their brewery in Brum anymore. I don't know who they're owned by, what's gone on with the brewery at all.
Yeah.
But the fact they've got Ansell's mild, obviously they're brewing somewhere, but it might be underneath someone else's name.
Yeah.
But I was just amazed to see it for the first time in years.
Especially being mild as well, because that's a bit of a dying style. That is.
Oh yeah, there's very few people will drink it around here. It tends to be like the older generation, of course, but I grew up drinking, mild, because that's all that's available. I mean, I used to love the fact that you could have about 4 pints of it and then you could still drive.
Yeah, you can knock it back like water, can't you? It's so bloody good.
Was it that I used to have Thwaites' Dark Smooth, which was like it's either 3.1 or 2.9 or something like that. It was really low, but it's nice and creamy, and I quite enjoyed it. Like if I would have it now, I'd probably hate the stuff. It would be so thin and horrible. But I loved it. I used to have a couple of pints of that, and then move on to Kronenbourgs afterwards. I used to play the pool and have a meal down this pub every Wednesday. I used to love it. But they did other ones. They did Dark Smooth, which is one I had. They did Smooth and had TBC as well, and they all had lovely tight sparklers that gave them a nice creamy head on them. And it was just like killing the beers when you have them, but lovely.
I used to pretty sort of when I was getting a ribbon, because although I drink lagers now, I never used to really that much when I was younger. It was always best bitters and stuff, Worthington's, Creamflow and all that. And my mates always used to take the piss out of me. Oh, you're drinking a granddad beer,
Yeah.
Well, they had because that had just come out back then, that was the new beer then. But yeah, it's just a memory, isn't it? I mean, it's god awful beers, but it's a memory, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times.
God, Carling Pony, I saw that the other day. I remember picking up a 4-pack of it sometime. I don't know whether I actually reviewed it in the end, but just pouring out and wondering what on earth is going on here. And I didn't know what was supposed to happen. And obviously, like being like a sort of nitro can, I was like amazed by it. It's like a can of the awful Carling, but just made even worse. It's what I thought about it.
Ropey, pretty ropey.
It is, yeah.
But I mean, sort of like Smooth and Worthington. That they were beers that you could just knock them back. This is going back when I was like 16, 17, and even back now I can recall I was doing like 10 pints of this stuff. Straight laced, because you could just, it was like I think it was about 3.8%, something like that, 3.6, 3.8, and you drunk it like water. Do you? You have to go onto the shops to sort of get a buzz,
Yeah, get some life into you. I remember one of a pub around the corner for me. They actually still serve Worthingtons, and I used to have that quite a fair bit. It was 3.6 there now. It used to be stronger, of course, but it's a bit of like a guilty pleasure. It's like a creamy, nutty maltiness. That's basically all it is.
Yeah.
Not so much hops, but that's it's nice, and it's served nice. Nice and cold, so you can't taste much of it.
Yeah. Places like the British Legion, all them working men's clubs and stuff like that, you'll always get a pint of John Smith's or Worthington or something like that. There always be a place for that sort of beer.
Oh yeah.
So that that area.
Yeah. I remember being at the football, went to Rotherham away a couple of years back, and had a pint of John Smith's extra cold, and I asked for them to put it in the microwave because it was so cold. It was like a slush puppy. I could barely drink it. it was just not nice, not enjoyable at all.
Yeah.
A cold winter's day as well.
I don't really get the extra cold Guinness though as well. I enjoy that, but I don't really like that. I don't mind a Guinness, but extra cold one.
I haven't ordered one. I've seen it quite a fair bit, the extra cold. I just don't understand the point of having an extra cold Guinness, because you want to have a Guinness like, you know, room temperature or something like that. That's how I'd have it anyway. Like, I'd love to see a cask Guinness. I'd love to see it somewhere, but it's never going to happen. Just to see how it used to be. But yeah, I just don't get serving something super, super cold unless it's a lager.
No. Yeah, you can get away with it with a lager, but when you start talking stouts and real ales at sub-zero temperatures, it just doesn't work.
It's how you get away with putting no flavour in.
Just going to see if there's any comments. I'm going to log on through my phone to see it, because I'm going to have to do it on my laptop.
Okay, I might even be able to have a look myself. On my antiquated computer. Yeah, we've had quite a few actually. We had loads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't see them.
Yeah. So Peter has said, "Rito chaps, Rito," and then Swig Steve's bargain beer reviews. Says might have to try one of these again. You're just about selling it to me. Thomas McCarthy says hi, and then Swig Steve bargain beer review says hi again. Peter says, Harry, I'm sure you told me that this was worse than hell itself, and that anyone who drank it should quit beer. I can't remember. I can't. Probably something else, but not 1664. So again, Steve says, don't have the same problem about Harry as getting stressed before reviews because they're all cheap. Review. God, yeah. It always comes into things. It's like the price of things is always like, if I know that this is going to be like a £5 beer, I'm like, better get it right. Better not fuck up. If I do fuck up, I'm so annoyed with myself. And yeah, Peter's just said it's a great angle for a channel, great way to be, sort of thing. Steve says, luckily at the moment, Home Bargains is going through a 69p stock rotation. Why didn't you tell us this earlier? So they'll have some great stuff. It does limit him from time to time though. And then he's just saying to Peter that they think they started reviewing beer at the similar sort of time. Oh, scroll down too far. They're just having a chat between themselves in that bit there. Yeah, everyone's just having a chat between themselves. It seems like it, which is good to see either way.
Work out how to use this, replying back. I have to log on my phone to see the messages because I just don't know how to do it.
Oh, okay, normally I just open up a new tab and just go on YouTube and then find your channel and then put the comments on the side that way.
Cool.
Yeah, all in all.
So rating wise, Harry, what are we going to give it then?
You know what? Because I never give my lagers anything above like a 3 out of 5. That's just the way that I run. It's very rare that I give them out anything higher than that because that's comparing across the whole range of different beer styles. I probably rate this on par with my favourite beer, favourite lager, which is Heineken. I'd probably give it again. Yeah, it's just I love Heineken because it's nice and sweet and well balanced. In terms of the macro lagers, I think I'll probably give it a 2.25 out of 5. So what's that? 5 out of 10? Approximately 4.5 out of 10. Across the whole spectrum, but I suppose in its own sort of style, like, compared across different macro lagers, it's definitely like a top end one for me. It's one of the best macro lagers that you can get readily available out there, for sure.
I'm a big fan of the Heineken beer as well. I think that's pretty macro beer. Do I think it's better than this? Still think Heineken's better than this, so I'd probably give it. Yeah, I'd give it a 2.25 out of 5.
Yeah,
round about there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it deserves on rate beer. I think that's very unfair. But we could, we could be on here all night talking about that with when it was beer. It's just not meant to be, is it?
Yeah. I suppose. Yeah. I mean, rate beer. It annoys me at times. Like Untapped is the same. It's interesting. Sometimes you get Untapped. You kind of always expect the Untapped audience to be far more crafty and know more about their beer than people on rate beer do. But sometimes it just goes the other way, and 9 times out of 10 you'll get Untapped will be scoring at a lower rating than rate beer will do. But I find it amusing when it goes the other way. It just shows sometimes that just generally everyone knows nothing about beer, or everyone knows plenty about it.
I did a Polish macro beer.
The one that you uploaded the other day.
Pardon?
Was it the one you uploaded the other day?
No, I haven't. I'm yet to upload it.
Okay.
It was all right, middle of the park sort of thing. Looked on rate beer and it was completely annihilated. Dug a bit more deeper, just to look into the brewery a bit more. And they did a Baltic 4, which they've retired now. Was in the same brewery, and it's a macro brewery. Owns it. Maybe Carlsberg. I'm not too sure now. Off the top of my head. But I just thought, because you've got the same brewery, which is macro for sure. They put a lager out and it's been obliterated, and then we've got a Baltic fired. I think it was the end of last year, and that's like rave. That's the bee's knees. That is. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just because it's a style, isn't it? They're just anti-lager for some strange reason.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I think you've always got to think as well. I know a lot of people at Carlsberg. You've got to think about these breweries that the amount of expertise, the amount of knowledge that these big breweries they've got is just immense. I think you look at breweries like Cloudwater, Brewdog, places like that, and think, oh, they're amazing, fantastic breweries. But you got to look at, Carlsberg are on another level in terms of their knowledge about the scene. They've got far more brewers, of course, but just the expertise and knowledge is vast. It really is vast. I mean, I often call them up and just speak to them about beer. A couple of people there and just ask them a couple of questions, rack their brain sort of thing. Any issues I may be having. And at the end of the day, they created a product. These big breweries, they created a product that sells en masse. That's sort of like every brewer's dream. So to be able to brew a beer that sells, everywhere and everywhere well. So I don't understand why people rate, sort of certain beers, certain like macro beers, just because they're macro, lower than they do a craft beer. I mean, I score this or Heineken higher than the Kingpin, for example, because they are actually a better beer than Kingpin, in my opinion. But when you factor in volume of beer that you're getting and the price that you're paying, definitely, without a shadow, definitely. I suppose at the end of the day, it's each to their own.
Yeah. As long as you can accept that and not sort of or theory, then I haven't got a problem with with what people drink. I can give a damn, to be honest with you. I like doing all sorts, so I've got no allegiance with any sort of
absolutely.
vision of beer. You know, I'm not bothered. That's just how I see it, to be honest.
Yes, exactly.
No, I was just thinking of not doing this regular or so every now and again, like doing like a versus series with these sort of beers to each other.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't hear the last little bit you said.
I was thinking, like with you and maybe someone else or whoever wants to be part of it, it's like doing a versus series with these sort of beers and like pairing them off against each other.
I'd definitely be up for it, because I'm always, even if I were to buy the 4-pack or something, I'd still have the beers anyway. I'd be well up for it.
Yeah. Just a little idea.
I need to get back into doing more hangouts, because I've had such a long time away from doing them whilst work's been a bit crazy and stuff.
Yeah, I do a few with Christoph, as you know. Sort of every other week, I think we normally do one of them. Do a few with Peter still. Group hangouts, I haven't done one for ages. I mean, as you know, we'll be doing one with, obviously.
Yeah, I'll be dropping into it as well.
Looking forward to doing that. Chatting, trying to chat to everybody anyway.
Yeah.
I tend to just fucking seize up there when there's loads of people on the screen. I don't know what to say.
We did one the other night. I'm like, I was supposed to be able to start at 8 o'clock and I couldn't start it, and because
Peter took over, didn't he?
Yeah, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was Peter. Yeah, and I was supposed to start it. Victoria didn't get home from work until like 8:15. I was like, okay, so it got sort of dinner and stuff like that. So it was a bit of a stress, and then I got onto it and I was like, I thought I probably said about 10 or 11 words before actually leaving it. And sometimes when it's like loads of people, it's a little bit difficult. But I was probably also knackered because I'd just done a 12-hour day. So.
Well, I've been up since midnight today.
Oh, fun! So you're probably going on adrenaline.
Yeah. I think it's because it's Friday, isn't it? You know, I haven't got jobs planned for today, but I managed to bowl them out of the way. I haven't got nothing to do tomorrow really, so it's a bit sort of like just chill out and relax and just enjoy things. You know, the trouble with me is because I'm self-employed. Work, you know, it's
always on your mind.
But yeah, just relax.
Yeah, I've got a couple of days off now, so because I did a pretty solid week this week, so I've had a half day today, and then had to go out and do some late deliveries and get some orders sorted and everything for Monday, and then it's just like I've got Monday off, and then but over the weekend, I think tomorrow I'm driving up north, going to a barbecue in the afternoon, so that'll be good fun. And then I've got Charity Shield on Sunday, which I've got tickets for, free tickets. So it's I'm looking forward to doing that. But we're playing football tomorrow as well. So Victoria's gone up for the football tonight because her team are playing Millwall. So that's on at the moment. So I'm going to be like listening to it at the barbecue if I can. Our team, who's playing, and then Sunday, Monday will be a nice chill day before it goes mental again next week.
Well, I'll still have a few tomorrow, definitely.
Yeah,
I like having beers. It's sort of like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I love that sort of time of day.
Yeah. I
just have a couple of sort of easy-going beers.
Yeah, if I'm on my own at the weekend or something, I'll be having like a nice sort of like 2 o'clock sort of beer, 2-3 o'clock after maybe mowing the lawn or something like that. 2-3 o'clock, and then work my way into the evening. Maybe save myself to about 5, and then just hit it hard and just go with whatever I can. wherever I can find. I mean,
Go with the
I've
flow.
got a beer lined up for after this. I'm either going to have an Alvine, which is worryingly 12.8%, or a 14%. I've only got beasts left because I don't buy very many beers now, obviously because I'm moving out. So I'm just going through all my cellared beers, and they're all beasts.
Yeah. Well, no, cold water, cold beer. I might do a review of that for the hangout.
Who's the Laurel Hardy one?
Yeah, the cold water, verdant, and
Is it the orange can?
what was it? Bristol.
Is it the orange can one?
Yeah. Lost
Yeah.
and Grounded, that's it. 3-way club. Yeah.
I think I had that on holiday and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So,
I've got that from Beer Gonzo. They only had 4 cans left, and I was looking online. I thought I'm due to go there for a visit. So what I did is I ordered that online because they only had 4 cans, and I thought, I'll get there the next day, and it was fucking sold out. So I ordered it, and then got a few more beers when I went in there.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to hook up, mate, down there when we settle down. We'll go down there for a few.
Yeah,
have a few in the tap room.
Yeah, because you only be like 15-minute drive for me down there. Because I'm North Cov, so I'll be fairly sort of city centre-ish, where so not too far away from Beer Gonzo. But yeah, my local pub. I love how my local pub is a brewery. That's brilliant.
Is it Biot's? Is it?
Yeah. 5 or 10 minute walk maximum. Yeah. If there wasn't an Evans Halshaw in front of my house, I could actually see the brewery. So that's how close it is.
You can go in there and have beers, can't you?
Yeah, in their tap room, good fun.
Tap room, yeah.
Just checking out the comments. We've had one saying, "Has anyone tried Sierra Nevada Sidecar?" I haven't. I don't know if you get it in the UK.
What's that then? Is that a Pilsner or?
I'll have a look. What is it? I've heard Rod talking about it. I swear you just get it in the States. Well, they got a Sidecar.
I've seen somebody review that. I think it was Tom or Tonya. I think they've done that quite recently.
Oh, okay. Sidecar, yeah, we definitely don't get it in the States. In the UK, you only get it in the States. Yeah, they've got an orange Sidecar orange and then Sidecar amber ale. I'm going to guess the new one is actually the. I don't know because they're both coming at the same time. Know which one's new. It might be the orange pale ale. I don't know. Maybe they got 2 different ones. I haven't seen one. I did my first Sierra Nevada review in a fair while. I did Torpedo the day.
Torpedo, yeah.
I've noticed my local off-license has got it, but also M&S have got it now as well. So, well, my local M&S because
you can get the Nuna in cans as well from there on some of the M&Ss.
Yeah, I've seen it in six-pack cans. When I went in day before yesterday, on Wednesday, I saw a 6-pack of cans there. They've got loads of beers. I was quite surprised with their range. It's improved from the last time I went. Sometimes I'll even have a beer and a bottle beer of the same beer, which will be interesting to do a review maybe.
With M&S beers, sort of like not promoting them, but just giving them the thumbs up because I think it's excellent.
Yeah.
Waitrose and M&S for doing that. It's great to see the beers, Beastie Boys and stuff like that.
Oh, God, yeah. My local Waitrose, because we've always had a Waitrose, but we had an M&S open up nearby, and it's sort of they had a Waitrose and M&S, a Waitrose and a Sainsbury's originally, And then the M&S has opened up, and it's taken so much business off the Waitrose. The Waitrose has really dropped down, so we don't get very many beers in the Waitrose. So I whenever I go for beers, I go for Sainsbury's, and it doesn't have a vast selection. You know, it have a lot of like brewdog, dog stuff like that, but it doesn't have, you know, masses of different beers. So like nowadays, I'm going to the M&S. The M&S, it can be pricey sometimes, but if you get them on a, you know, 4 for £6 deal, it's good. Which
I have to agree with you there. It's really the type of beers that you're getting.
I've got their equivalent of, it's a 5.9%. I think it's double Citra. They call it double Citra Pale Ale or IPA or something. And I'm pretty sure it's M&S, but I'm pretty sure it's actually brewed by Oakham. And I'm pretty sure it's their Green Devil IPA, but just repackaged in a different format. So I might try that. I might actually review that before I do the next hangout.
Yeah. Right. I think we'll wrap this.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, it's not a bad beer, is it, Harry? It's all right. It's worth a try if you've never tried it before, but I doubt it. I mean, probably every man and his dog's had this beer.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Pleasure, mate.
Yeah, and you, bud.
And yeah, we'll do it again one day.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll see you on the next hangout, mate.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
Cheers.